All right, welcome back. We have a knife here. It was a very fun night. I'll post some pictures on Instagram. I had a good friend over, and we just get this thing opened up here. Demco 80 20.5 Gregory. We went through, I don't know, half or a third of my knife collection just to try and find the right knife for him. He's pursuing knives, and would you guess what brand he concluded he liked most? Yep, it's this one. And if you know Oz, you know that and if you've watched my video about Oz, because I've recently released a YouTube video giving a lot of information about it. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely feel free to check it out. But you will know that after, what was it again? I can't remember. But after a certain point, they stopped doing this hard case. I can't remember what the exact number was. I don't even know if I actually put that one in there. But this one is before that number. And this is something that I've not had before on a couple levels. One, the pivot hardware, which is super cool. Two, this black Timascus back spacer and pocket clip, which are just amazing. And three, yeah, acid washed finish. Super cool. Super duper cool. Let's see how the edge is. This one's pretty old. This one's been around for a while. And this one has been carried a little bit. So that's interesting. There's a whole hardware kit in this one, which I wasn't expecting. A skiff bearing kit. Now, I don't know if the skiff bearings are in and these are the factory bearings or what, but that's interesting. And look at that. I guess that's a tool for the pivot hardware. Cool. And yeah, this is number 265. I actually thought it was almost like younger than that it's been a while since I got it. Oh, how cool is that? I've not had one that had that. What is that? I don't know how he did it. I guess he did the acid etch finish and then he carved that in after. That's really cool looking. But really neat. I've been wanting one with this handle and blade finish combo. So you can definitely see that this one's got a little more time in territory, a little more use on it than some of the others that I've gotten that were pretty brand new. I've gotten some that are just right after the drop. But it's a really cool one. And Z Finit blade steel, which, by the way, he pretty much did exclusively after Rosie number 36 until Rosie number 540, where he did Magna Cut, which he's done exclusively since, for the most part, aside from like some one-off Timascus, or not Timascus, but Damascus style blade steels. Like he does some collaborations, I guess, like Chad Nickel, Core Damascus, and SS Damascus, and Zipper Damascus and stuff. But anyways, really neat. This is a cool one. I'll have to ping the seller and ask him a little bit about some of this extra stuff here. And because this looks like aftermarket hardware that has never been installed. This isn't like the original hardware as far as I can tell. Like this looks like it's still sealed in package. So it looks like it was intended to maybe be an upgrade or something. But anyways, yeah. And then trying to figure out just kind of how much use is on this. I definitely get a slight sense that this one's not quite as sharp. Down here, it feels like it's got a little bit of use on it. So let's do a little paper test. How about that? Yeah. Not quite as sharp. So this thing's got some pretty good use on it. Look at that. Okay. And if you know the edge he puts on his knives, they are very good. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. Maybe this is an older one and that's how they did it back then or something. Obviously, it looks like it's been given an edge. There's a nice little micro bevel on there. But it's hard to tell if that's like a factory edge or not. But man, what a cool version of it. Let's get some of this other stuff out of here and just give it a little breathing room. I think I'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay. So, really neat acid-edged fish. This is a big part of why I got this one, is I hadn't found one with the acid-edged finish on it. So that's really nice looking. It's the golf putter dark washed handle. Very nice. It looks like it's still in pretty darn good condition. Now it has some like dark, maybe like DLC hardware. This really cool pivot hardware. I gotta go look on the Instagram and see if there's some info about this pivot hardware. I saw you mess around a lot with pivot hardware early on, but yeah, that'll be interesting to look at and try and get a sense of what's going on. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick while I'm kind of doing the video here. But that just looks really cool. And if you see, there's some interesting marks in the blade right here. I'm trying to see what I'm seeing exactly there. Let's see if I can get a little more light here. Might help. But trying to figure out how much of this marking is just kind of how it was done from the factory versus, you know, what might be use. Because, I mean, the handle doesn't really show use. That would indicate that this would be like a after, you know, manufacture kind of issue. You would just think the whole thing would not be quite as clean as it is. You got like one little speck right here and one right there. This thing looks pretty darn good overall. And then the main places where you see so much carry wear, you know, going in and out of the pocket and stuff, it doesn't look that bad. Now it could be dark washed also, you never know, but overall it looks really nice. So I'm appreciative to the seller for letting this one go. That is a very cool version, and I've been wanting to get something like it for quite some time. Just that acid wash he does is so cool. Really a big fan of that. And then I'm really curious what I'm seeing exactly. Let me get, again, a little more light over here for the pocket clip, because pocket clip says Zirc clip and backspacer. So let's see if we can see it, because you can certainly see it in the, let's see how the centering is, by the way. Perfect, as always, just every time, I swear. You can really see it here. It's easy to see. But man, it is very subtle if it's in this pocket clip. Definitely not done in the same way, that's for sure. So let me even just hold this up to my lamp real quick. Yeah, interesting. This is very hard to see any sort of pattern. So I guess if it just says Zirc clip, it doesn't say like zircotite or something, so maybe it's just zirconium. I could be wrong. If anyone knows what was done on these, this is, you know, dated again July of 2021. If anyone knows if that's just like a zirconium clip or something, that'd be really cool to understand and know what I'm looking at here, because I feel like that would be really neat. Zircotite backspacer, Zirc clip, acid wash blade. Well, I may have to just, you know, see if I can do a little research on the Instagram, and or, you know, maybe even ping Oz and see if they are willing to give me some advice on this as to what exactly this knife is. But that is really quite a cool example, having been around a few of these. I haven't seen one quite like this, for sure. See if I have something. The one I have the most similar to that. Let me grab that one to compare real quick. And that'd be this one here. Which is actually the one that my buddy's probably going to take off my hands. He was pretty excited about it, which is a big part of why I got this one, because if he wants to take this one, then it'll be good to have this one still in the collection. But very subtle differences, but big differences. Really like this finish a little more. It's a little more tumbled looking and rugged looking. And I personally will gravitate towards this blade finish for something that I'm actually going to use over even an acid wash. I mean, the acid wash probably be really great for use too, but yeah, really a neat pair to compare these two knives right here, and how they're done. This one, I believe, being like a stone washed blade, DLC hardware, and matching finish on the backspacer, which I really like actually on these. I don't mind a little bling on the backspacers, but I actually do really like the just matching backspacers personally, just personal preference. As cool as a little bling like that is. So yeah, neat one to have in the collection. Glad to get it. And yeah, more to learn from Oz, more to learn about Oz and all the great things that they do. So hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.